It's Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. You know, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I came across this post that I want to speak on. I ain't gonna speak too long, but I had some precepts going into it because I want to show you what this. I'm gonna read what this sister had posted on Facebook that I had seen, and it says, I'm gonna see if I can show it to the camera. I want to thank the ancestors for allowing me to skip that Hebrew Israelite stage. Like you said, I want to thank the ancestors. She didn't say I want to thank the Most High God. She said I want to thank the ancestors for allowing me to skip that Hebrew Israelite stage. So I just want to get into that, you know what I'm saying, just for a little bit, just to touch on this, because it really don't make any sense when you actually think about it, because we are in this situation that we in right. If you know, and a lot of and people always speak about the Hebrew Israelites. People always speak about the Bible, but they haven't read nothing in the Bible. Like, how can you say the Bible is a white man book? How can you say that we're not the Hebrew Israelites if you never read it? So it don't make any sense. But she said, I want to thank the ancestors for allowing me to skip that Hebrew Israelite stage. So a lot of our people love thanking the ancestors over the Most High God. They don't never talk about the Most High God, but they always thanking the ancestors, right? But hey, the Most High God say, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." You go put in your ancestors over the Most High God, and you don't even understand what our ancestors was doing back then. You don't understand what they was doing. Let me get this precept. And a lot of our people say they be speaking to their ancestors be guiding their paths. Let me get this precept. This is why us as Israelites are in this situation we're in right now. This is the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 8. For they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the God of heaven, the God whom they knew. So that's going to the Israelites, man, in the book of Judith. The Bible said they left the way of their ancestors. So we left the way of our ancestors. What was a lot of our ancestors doing? Idolatry. They was into idolatry. All throughout the Bible, the Israelites, our ancestors, was into idolatry. They was into all these things, worshiping the universe. Like our people say, I want to give thanks to the universe. That's what our people was doing. They was doing that. So let me get hold up. Get this precept. So we gotta come out of that, man. A lot of our people get caught up on giving thanks to the ancestors, man. But the ancestors can't do nothing for you right now, man. Your ancestors are literally in the spirit world. They are literally in the spirit world. They're not guiding your paths. The Most High God. That's the person that you need to be praying to. You're literally praying to and a lot of our ancestors are the reason why we're in this situation right now that we in as people, as Israelites, because they broke the commandments of God. So the reason why we're going through a lot of this stuff is because of our ancestors. So how are you going to pray to our ancestors to get directions, and they're the reason why we in this situation? You have brothers saying, "Oh, brother, ancestors be talking to me." Why do you say the ancestors only be talking to you when you high? Why don't you never say they talk to you when you sober? Because you're talking to spirits, evil spirits. Them are not your ancestors, man. Your ancestors are not here. They're in the spirit world, man. Let me get this precept. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So we know that a lot of our people is not going to understand, man. A lot of our people going to say, you know what I'm saying, no, the Hebrew Israelite stage. It ain't no such thing as no Hebrew Israelite stage. This is who we are. This is our heritage. And every time people always dissing the Hebrew Israelites, talking about, oh, bro, you can't, all of us are not the same. All of us that are not the same. You can't put all of us in the same category just because your experience with a Hebrew Israelite camp was kind of it was wrong, it was bad. Now you can't put all of us in a box and be like all of us like that. You want to do that with the so-called white man. When we get on the so-called white man, you be like, oh, all of them not all white people are not the same. I got some cool white friends. I know some white people that looked out for me. But then when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite, oh, all of them niggas wicked. All of them, all their language is bad. They always dissing, you know what I'm saying, telling me to, say crazy stuff. You put all of us in a category. So, hold up. Right? So it said, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So the wise going to understand. We're going to understand that, you know what I'm saying, that we are the Hebrew Israelites. We're going to understand. We know that it's not for everybody. You're gonna have people scoffing. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go through that Hebrew Israelite stage. A lot of our people don't want to go through that Hebrew Israelite stage because it causes you to change. It causes you to be uncomfortable. You have to change your lifestyle when you become a Hebrew, when you wake up to your nationality as being a Hebrew Israelite. You have to change your lifestyle. A lot of brothers and sisters don't want to say they're Hebrew Israelites because they don't want to go through it. They don't want to keep the laws and commandments. They don't want nothing. They don't want no order. They want to continue to smoke weed. They want to continue to smoke Black and Miles. They want to continue to commit adultery, right? Because they don't want no order. And the laws and statutes, the commandments will change you into a better person. It's some things that you got to throw away that our people don't want to do. So you're gonna have people saying stuff like this. Let me read it again. I want to thank the ancestors for allowing me to skip that Hebrew Israelite stage, not knowing that your ancestors were Hebrew Israelites. See, it don't make any sense. What were your ancestors if they wasn't Hebrew Israelites? I bet if I ask this sister her nationality, she gonna tell me Black. She gonna tell me African American, or she might say I am what I am. I am a goddess, which is not a nationality. You feel what I'm saying? Call yourself Black. Oh, that's a color. Oh, you say you am, you say you is what you is. That's not even a nationality. So she gonna be confounded. When it makes sense for you to call yourself an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite, then to say, oh, I am that I am. I am what I am. I am me. I am me. That don't make sense. And our people be saying that because they don't want to come back to their nationality. So if they confound themselves, how they talk. People listen to that and be like, but they sound crazy. I want to thank the ancestors for allowing me to skip that Hebrew Israelite stage. So we know then that she worship her ancestors. She don't worship the Most High God that created this universe. She said, I want to thank the ancestors. Like the ancestors got anything to do with her life. The ancestors don't have nothing to do with your life. Like I said before, we are in this situation right now because our ancestors, not all of them, a lot of them was wicked. A lot of our ancestors was wicked. And do you think our ancestors back then was praying to their ancestors? The righteous ones was praying to the Most High God that they created the heaven and the earth. We wasn't praying to our dead ancestors, man. Their spirit is literally in the spirit world. They not here no more. They can't do nothing for you. The Most High God is the only person that's going to be able to guide your life. Nobody else. And people call it in the stage. People act like it's a trend. Or being a Hebrew Israelite is a trend. They're going to find out real soon that it was not no trend. This is who we is. It's not no joke. They're gonna find that out real soon, man. Where did it even come from? I wanna give thanks to my ancestors, man. That don't even make sense. That don't make no type of sense. Why not give thanks to the Most High God? Why are you giving thanks to your ancestors? The Most High God created them like He created you. They were men just like you. They was females just like you. What did they do that you couldn't do? What was so special about your ancestors that you got to pray to them? What was so special? Yes, you had a lot of our ancestors take stands. We can take stands. So what's so special about them than us that we got to pray to them? Wouldn't it make sense to pray to the Most High God that created you and your ancestors? Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense for you to call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, what God called you, instead of call yourself a Pharaoh, call yourself African American, call yourself me, call yourself black? Wouldn't it make sense to call yourself Hebrew Israelite? So how is it a trend? Wouldn't it make sense to this Jude chapter 1 and verse 18? How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lust. So we know it's gonna be mockers in the last days, man. It's mockers. But the thing about it is, the Lord is using the Hebrew Israelite. He using these celebrities to come out and say the truth, bro. So it's gonna be mainstream, bro. And of course, we're gonna have people hating. People gonna be mockers. Of course, they're not gonna agree with what we saying because they got demons on them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are always talking bad about the Hebrew Israelites, talking about this, but they will never come up to a Hebrew Israelite in a debate they cause. They won't. They will never come up to for the people that truly believe in the ancestors. They got their hope in the ancestors. They will never come to a Hebrew Israelite and debate their cause on why they believe their ancestors doing this, or why they believe the ancestors are real. Are alive right now, watching over them. They will never do that. But so we know that we're going to have mockers in the last days, people that scoff, and people going to make jokes about us. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come with it. We know that. But we know that this is the truth, man. And this is the truth. Let me get this precept. Praying to our ancestors, praying to the universe. What's the point of you praying to the universe? Why won't you pray to the Most High God that created the universe? You see what I'm saying? You praying to crystals. So let me get this precept. That's Satan, man. Satan trying to start the word, man. See if I can get this. Satan. That's Satan playing with the I get it like this. Let me do this. This Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his let me get the KJV. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider. So the Most High God used two of the ignorant and the two of the dumbest animals. He said the ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. So the ox and the ass, they know who their owner is. When they get lost, they know where home at. They know where to go at when they get lost. They know who their owner is. But the Lord said, but Israel, you so-called blacks and Latinos, you don't know him. You don't know. He said, you don't know, and my people does not consider. So the Most High God said, you don't even know who your owner is. You don't know that. You don't know that you are Israelite. You don't know that the Most High God is your owner. You saying the ancestors your owner. You praying, they your gods. The ancestors are your God. That's what you saying. The ancestors, we had a lot. And how do you know what ancestors you praying to? Cause we had a lot. A lot of our ancestors was wicked. They was into idolatry. A lot of our ancestors were homosexuals. How you know you ain't praying to a homosexual ancestor? How you know that you ain't praying to a homosexual ancestor? Or how you know you ain't praying to one of our ancestors that was touching little kids? You just praying to the ancestors. So that means you praying to all your ancestors. How you know what ancestors you praying to unless you saying a prayer and saying, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, watch over me. Great granddaddy, watch. You praying to your great granddaddy. You don't know what he was doing behind closed doors. To you, he probably was a saint. But how you know your great granddaddy wasn't here? How you know your great granddaddy wasn't hearing licks? How you know he wasn't committing adultery? He didn't show you that. When you seen him, he was so sweet to you. But now he dead. Now you praying to him to watch over you. But he was a whole demon. You praying to a demon to watch over you. That's witchcraft. That's a sign of that's part of witchcraft. When you pray for somebody or something, when you pray for somebody or something to look over you besides the Most High God, it's witchcraft. So he said, man, my people don't even consider. They don't even care to know our people don't even care to know about the Most High God of the Bible. They don't even want to read the Bible. They talk all about the Hebrew Israelite movement this, the Hebrew Israelite movement that. But you haven't even read about the Hebrew Israelites. You ain't